Thank you. This is for the visitors. This is a story of our chapel and property and the upcoming parish hall. In brief, 15 years ago, we have received a land with an old church, and it's a historic building, and we would like to restore it and may use it as our church. But to do that, we need to also build a parish hall because it would give us space to put bathrooms, kitchen, utilities, everything that we cannot fit inside the historic church. And that would also give us a possibility to move there. So I've been pushing off this talk for 3 weeks because I like to swoop in and say, we're almost there to $500,000, and we are not. So now I'm going to talk about where we are. We are at, as of today, about $105,000 in our building fund bank account. It's $5,000 more than our last update a couple months ago, so we are moving in the right direction. As I was thinking, sometimes I'm sitting there thinking that, well, why is it so slow and why nothing is moving? And Father Christopher is telling, and Matushka Deborah is mostly saying that it's not, it's up to us, but it's also not just up to us. God knows when we need things and when it's time for us to get the money, when it's time for us to build the church. And so I was remembering some of my personal crisis many years ago when I was thinking that nothing's working and nothing's happening, and that's when I watched Lord of the Rings a couple times. And that was the thing that actually lifted me up, because I realized that a big victory is a lot of smaller victories, that all these people who were working towards basically the same goal, they were doing that in many different places, everybody in their own place. Of course, there was Frodo carrying the ring, but also, there were hobbits who talked the trees into fighting. Would they win without it? Would they win without Aragorn summoning the army of the dead? There's little things everywhere. All these people who are making choice inside their own personal life. There was a king who made a different choice, and he despaired. And he was thinking that there is no point in fighting. So maybe, Gondor shouldn't fight. But apparently they should have fought, and they did. And that was the time when I realized that in a way, it doesn't matter what everybody else does. It matters what choice you make inside your own personal life, because this is the choice you're going to live with. And this is the choice that each of us is going to end up with. The church will be built. I mean, God gave us the property and he knew what he was doing. So the church would be built, and each of us will realize later that, was I part of it or was I not? And so this is the thing that, sometimes puts me back on track, because I'm thinking, would I have been part of it, or would I have been despaired some halfway through? So that said, we did, over the year, we did several things, and the process is ongoing. We never stopped fundraising. We keep fundraising, and we're going to be putting a new calendar together next week for the new fundraising activities for the next year. So if you want to participate, if you want to put forth an idea, if you want to have a service you want to offer, or something that you want Parish to know about, reach out to us, and we will put it in the framework of our ongoing fundraising activities. Matushka Joanna, last year, she suggested that we have a movie showing, and it became a regular thing for us. So we made it happen. We did 2 movie showings last year, and we would like to make it happen again and make it a regular thing. So if you have an idea, come forward. So we did quite a few things, and we do notice that like I said, our job is to keep showing up. Our job is to keep walking. God fills in the rest. So every time we do something, something happens. We find new people, we get new donations, words get spread, good things happen. So we just have to keep walking. We have to keep going. We did 2 matching grants this year. We did a couple movies in Greenbelt Cinema. Konstantin Zalalas gave a talk, which also people gave donations. Sisterhood keeps fundraising. All the electronic donations go into building fund. All the cash goes to the Sisterhood honey sale. All the electronic stuff goes to building fund. Right now, Giving Circle is happening. Whatever you donate to buy votes, we receive all those donations. We're up to about $1,000 right now. I'm not sure if we're gonna get grant from them, because we need 15,000 at least to get a grant, and we have a week left, and we're at about less than 2,000. So unless somebody signs up for $3,000 worth of recurring donations, magically, well, anything can happen. It's still a week left. We did an evening at the rectory to talk about the parish hall and the building to people who wanted to listen. So all these little things, they keep the progress going. And we would like to keep doing that. We still hope that we can start building in the spring. Phase 1 of our project, the one that's $500,000 worth, we will fundraise. We are planning to get a mortgage at phase 2, which is a larger, over $1 million effort. So phase 1, $500,000 will be raised. Half of phase 2 will be raised, and phase 3 will be raised. So right now, we'd like to move to $500,000 without involving the bank. If we can start building by spring, that would be fantastic. So we can either donate or pray. If we don't know how to get the money, we need to ask God to help us get the money. He will figure it out. So pray for that. And ideas, suggestions, participate in whatever other ideas are proposed. That is all important, and it's all a lot of big victories towards the one big one. A lot of smaller victories towards the big one. Any questions? Any ideas? Suggestions? Okay.
Any further announcements regarding pledges?
Yes, well, I put together the draft budget for December. We do have a deficit going right now. So if anybody wants to increase their pledge, it's most welcome. Whoever did not submit their pledge, a new number for next year, assume you're pledging whatever you were pledging last year. Be prepared for that. So thank you. That's it.